Most designers think that their projects run long because clients keep adding things. But the real issue is much simpler than that. Your scope defines the deliverables, but not the level, depth, or boundaries. So when a client says that they want an additional version, or they want to adjust this, or see an elevation of that extra wall, it may sound small, but each request is going to be an additional drawing, a new direction, or a new round of revisions, and it all adds up. And because it wasn't clearly defined up front, you end up having to do more work than you originally planned, and you're not even paid for it. Today I'm going to walk you through how this happens and how to fix it using a scoping process that is going to prevent these little tiny leaks from quietly stretching your projects. During one of our scoping calls inside our 3-month program, the Profitable Designer Method, a designer said something that is probably going to resonate with a lot of you. She said that the project seemed pretty straightforward, she scoped it clearly, she sent the proposal, and everything felt aligned. But once she got into the design work, the client kept asking for small things that were not part of the scope. And what she said on the call was that it didn't feel like it was much, but when she realized her entire timeline had shifted and the project lasted 4, 5, or 6 weeks extra that she hadn't allowed for in the scope. So at the end of the day, you're working harder than what you actually priced, and it's just not sustainable if you want to start making real profits and not end every project feeling like, you haven't really made substantial money on top of your expenses. Okay, so what actually happens is that the scope listed the deliverables, but it didn't define into much depth what each deliverable included. And that's how projects expand. It's not through big changes, but through normal questions that do end up into extra work. And once you see that clearly, it becomes much easier to prevent it. Let's fix that now. So what you need isn't necessarily a longer scope, but it's a clearer one. We want to go into much more details about what the scope includes. So define, number one, what the deliverable is. So if you say elevations, don't just say elevations, but say what elevations are going to be necessary inside the pack of drawings. How detailed is going to be the design development? Are you doing mood boards? Are you doing renders? If you're doing 3Ds, how many 3Ds? Of which rooms? So define which ones are included, how many of them, and then if they want more on top of that, this should be built separately. And then comes the revisions. How many revisions are included? What is a revision? It's not a full redesign, so define what a revision is. So if you say elevations, you're going to say how many elevations of which room, the level of details. Are they colored elevations? Are they rendered elevations? What is an elevation? Is it just part of the construction package, or are you going to be doing colored ones for the concept development? You have to think about everything that you want to issue so that you can share your idea with the client, but also provide what the builder needs. Instead of floor plan, also define how many versions of that floor plan, how many options are you going to deliver to the client so that they can make up a decision as to what direction they want to move forward in. And when your clients ask for something that is not included in the original scope that they signed on, then you can say that this phase doesn't include that particular thing that they're asking for, but you can outline what including it would look like. So what type of add-on is it going to be? Are you going to bill them hourly for that extra revision? Or are you going to send them a new proposal if they want to add one more room? You shouldn't feel guilty or bad for mentioning an add-on or a new proposal. They've agreed on a specific scope, and it's only fair that you tell them that, yeah, sure, you can do something extra, but it's going to be either more hours or it's going to be a new proposal because they're adding a considerable thing to the proposal. So for example, an extra room, it's probably something you want to send a new proposal for. Clients will feel much better working with you with clear boundaries, clear communication, and it's going to make you do a better job because you're not always going to feel resentful of that client for adding things that they know is not included. Clients don't think like that. They're going to be pushing the boundaries because it's your job to tell them whether that fits inside the scope or not. So stop working reactively and start leading the project and the client. It's just about protecting your time, your profits, and making sure that you deliver the best experience for that client. If you want support building a scoping process that protects your time and your profits, that's exactly what we help designers do in our 3 months program, the Profitable Designer Method. It's a done with you program where we help you refine your process, your scoping and pricing structure so that you protect your time and your profits. And we also add that support that you need to build a sustainable and a scalable business. I'm going to add more information in the description if you want to check it out. And if you're not ready for a one-to-one, you can join the Foundations Hub membership. You're going to get so many tools to save you time and understand how to build strong business foundations. And plus, you get access to a community of designers who have been where you are and can give you their top tips as to how to handle a particular situation with a client. I'll see you in the next video.